Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something really interesting, a recent retreat day held by CPDSE. That's the Center for Pharmaceutical Data Science Education. Picture this, 24 people, all focused on shaping the future of this project. We're going to sort of unpack their day, the collaboration, the insights, basically give you the key takeaways.
Yeah, and what made this retreat quite compelling, I think, was the mix. It
Yeah.
was part traditional group work, people talking, brainstorming, but then they layered on this cutting-edge AI analysis. So it wasn't just idea sharing, it was about systematically pulling out insights, really understanding CPDSE's path forward.
Okay, let's get into it. The day started with this foundational group work in the morning, right? People were actually putting ideas onto physical posters, that tactile, collaborative feel. Sometimes markers and paper are still the best tools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these posters, they weren't just wall decorations, they were digitized. And then ChatGPT got involved, analyzing them thoroughly. It wasn't just keyword spotting. It was looking for patterns, sentiment connections,
Hmm.
acting like a really efficient synthesis engine.
Right. So what did it find? What was the state of CPDSE according to the AI?
Well, it highlighted definite strengths, things like a flat organizational structure, which people valued, and a really strong sense of community. That came through loud and clear.
Okay, strong community, flat structure sounds good.
Mhm.
But I'm guessing it wasn't all positive. What challenges or maybe weaknesses did the AI pick up on?
Yeah, on the flip side, it surfaced things like a lack of clarity in certain areas and maybe some fragmentation, different parts maybe not fully connected yet.
Lack of clarity,
Mm,
fragmentation, and opportunities. Did it point towards ways forward?
it did. Opportunities like focusing more on student-centered initiatives and developing more structured engagement came up. And it's interesting, isn't it? That flat structure, great for community, might also sort of contribute to that lack of clarity if you're not careful.
It's a real balancing act. So the analysis basically said they needed to, codify organizational clarity
Hmm.
and shift from voluntary to embedded engagement. That sounds like trying to add structure without losing the good stuff, the flexibility and community, a tough challenge.
Exactly. It's not about imposing rigid bureaucracy. Codifying clarity is more about creating clear pathways, clear expectations within that flexible setup, designing communication, not just hoping it happens.
Okay, that makes sense. And this whole theme of clarity and connection, it kind of set the scene for the afternoon, didn't it? Which you described as an AI-based interview session. Tell me more about that.
Right. So participants started reflecting individually on some random questions just to get thoughts flowing, and then they shared in pairs more intimately. And finally, they discussed things in groups of four, building up the conversation layer by layer.
Okay, building momentum.
Then came this lively plenary session. It was inspired by a Danish format, Hovland's for Samlingshuset. Think of it as a very interactive, democratic town hall meeting. Groups were interviewed, encouraged to offer unique points, build on each other's ideas, and crucially, parts of these conversations were recorded.
Recorded for more AI analysis.
Precisely. But this time focusing more on sentiments and themes within the dialogue itself, catching nuances you might miss otherwise.
And what came out of that analysis? What was the common ground?
Some really powerful themes emerged. One key idea was this shared feeling that CPDSE is in a supersaturated state.
Super saturated, like full of potential.
Exactly, like a solution brimming with energy and ideas, just waiting for that seed crystal, that bit of clarity or structure to help things crystallize. A really potent image.
Wow, yeah. What else?
There was also a clear desire for, well, more fun. More fun traditions, stronger community building, beyond just the work tasks. People wanted deeper connections.
That's so human, isn't it? Even in a high-tech project.
Absolutely. And overarching goals, too, like wanting greater efficiency, needing meaningful celebration of achievements, recognizing successes, and pushing for deeper integration across the whole project, making sure all the parts work together seamlessly.
So efficiency, celebration, integration, it sounds like there was a real sense of shared purpose emerging.
Definitely. You could feel the forward momentum, a collective commitment. It really showed how that open communication, facilitated partly by AI, was shaping their future direction.
So when we step back and look at this whole CPDSE retreat deep dive, what's the bigger picture? It seems to show that progress, even when you've got AI helping out, isn't just about the big strategic ideas. It's fundamentally about the shared human stuff, right? The clarity people need, the connection they crave, and yeah, even that desire for a bit of fun along the way.
Absolutely. Which brings us to a final thought for you listening in your own projects, your own teams, what might be that seed crystal of clarity, or what simple fun tradition could help unlock potential and turn it into real collective action? Something to think about.